Today's Pilates video is all about pelvis or hip alignment. So if you've had a history of shifting one way or the other way, or one hip is hiked higher than the other one, and to get your pelvic floor activated, this session is for you. What you'll need today is a roller like this. If you don't have a roller, what you can do is use a pillow instead, and you can double it up for the thickness. And a pole. So just grab the mop pole or the broom, and if you can, take the end off. To start off with, we're going to lie on the side, legs out straight. Put your hand on your head so it's nice and comfy, and start the timer here. Hand on the top hip, leg goes up and out to the front and doing little circles. So even from here you might feel that your hip wants to go forward or back. Try to keep nice and centered and straight. And here, tensing through the pelvic floor muscles, so they're the ones at the front. You might feel those like a little hold tension, like you're holding in a Wii. And then the leg circles the other way. So nice smooth circles. And here you might start to feel a little bit of a burning sensation, heaviness in the hip muscles, which is good. So using the glutes. That's 30 seconds one way, 30 seconds the other way. And then bring that leg back and down. Bring it back up again, toes facing down and pointing up towards your face. We're going to do 10 leg lifts up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, feel the burn. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, toes facing up, slightly different muscles. 10 again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Grab the top leg, bring it right up beside the body. Go on the inside of the leg so you can hold the ankle. And then the bottom leg, keep really straight, toes up toward your face. We're going to do 25 reps here. You should feel around your inner thigh or up near your groin area. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So high repetitions is really good for this endurance muscle. Sometimes you can already get cracks happening through the pelvis, the pubic symphysis. So it's right up near the groin. We're starting to align the pelvis here already. You'll feel very straight through your hips after this session as you're walking around. If you felt before and after, just take a note to feel into your body. 3, 2, 1. Next movement, grabbing the big toe and then stretching that back like you're stretching the quad out, but we're also stretching the ankle and then the front of the foot. Now, if that feels good, stay there. If you want a little bit of a deeper stretch, the bottom foot comes up and then you push that shin or ankle down. So you're pushing that other thigh down from above to the ground. Some people may be tight, so you might not even get it to the ground. And if you want, you can actually push the knee back up against the other leg. A little contraction there, and relax, and then see if you can drop that knee a little bit further toward the ground. And then come out of that one. Shake that leg out. And then we'll swap sides. That was 4 minutes on that side. We'll do the exact same on the other side. Legs out straight. Top leg comes up, forward, and it's nice smooth circles. Again, concentrating on the pelvic floor muscles through the front there, stabilizing through your hip. So trying not to get too much sway forward or back. Nice and stable. You might feel the other leg still burning from doing all those glute exercises before. That's normal. 3, 2, 1. Circles the other way. Sometimes one leg starts to burn a little quicker than the other leg. Just have a feel into your body. Just noticing a difference. If there's a difference, just taking note through this session. Becoming in tune with your own body. 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring that leg back and down. Give it a little rest for a second. Then bring that leg, top leg up off the other leg again. Toes pointing down. And then 10 repetitions. Yes, we're already feeling it in the bum. Keep going. Keep moving through. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Toes facing up. Getting more of the back glute muscles now. 3, as high as you can. Keep that leg straight. Toes up toward your face. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. That leg comes up. Stretch it out. Foot flat on the ground if you can. And then grab a hold of that ankle. Plant that foot on the ground. There you go. Inner adductor leg muscles now. Pointing your toes toward your face. Legs straight. And up and down. Lock that leg out. 4, 5, 6. Again, just noticing if there's a difference between right and left. Maybe you can't get this leg as high as the other one, or vice versa. Just take a note of that range of motion if there is a difference. 13, 14, 15. Keep going. Work through the burn if there's a burn. High repetitions. Very good for the stability system. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grab the big toes. Stretch that foot right back. Quad right back. If that's good there, and that's enough for you, just holding that position. If you want to get a bit more depth to the stretch, bottom leg comes up and pushes down on the top leg thigh. Still pulling that big toe right back up toward your bum. And top leg can now be the anchor to push the bottom one up against it. So pushing up toward the ceiling. The active resistance and letting go. And push it down a little bit further with that top leg. And then unwind there. Good. Shake it out. That's the first lot of exercises done. Second exercise, we're going to do the roller squeeze. So if you have a roller, great. If not, we're just going to use a pillow and double the pillow so we have the thickness there. Moving into the more front to back pelvic position. The other one we're working on a side to side movement if you've got issues with rotating hips. And then lying on your back, knees bent, putting the roller or pillow between your thighs, and then from here put your hands on your hips. I'm going to do a slight curve in the lower back, so you should just be able to fit your hand underneath your lumbar spine or your lower back. Put your hands on the little squishy bits in the stomach, lower stomach, just inside the hip bones, and then switching on your pelvic floor, or you can hold in like a wee or do a little cough and hold that muscle on. And at the same time, holding that muscle on, you're squeezing the roller or the pillow. And then we're going to squish the back, squeeze the bum, and rolling up. And then coming back down again, but we're going to go upper back to lower back, upper back to lower back. So rolling down and then come back to neutral. So be able to fit that hand underneath the lower back again. And then repeat that. So you're going to squish the back, squeeze the bum, squeeze the roller, rolling up, and then back down again, upper back to lower back, rolling through. So mobilizing the lower spine, but also engaging all the right muscle groups, or getting used to switching on certain muscles and switching them off and relaxing. It's like curving your lower back, squish the back, squeeze the bum, rolling up, and upper back to lower back, neutral curve, squish the back, squeeze the bum, rolling up, and then coming back down. So find that neutral curve so your hand can just fit underneath your lower back, fingertips inside the hip bones. There's a squishy bit, hold that on, the pelvic floor muscle. Now we're just going to lift our feet off the ground to 90 degrees, still squeezing your pillow or roller. And from here we're going to do toe taps, so pointing your toes and then extending the legs out a little bit, tap the ground and come back up. We'll do 10 reps here. Now if this is too easy, what you can do is extend out your legs a little bit further and then coming back up. Or if that's even too hard, you can just tap the ground just in front of your body. So find what resistance is good for you. Just checking in those pelvic floor muscles, still squeezing the roller. 3, 2, and 1. Holding up, legs down. All right, round 2 of the same exercises. So mobilizing the lumbar spine again, should feel heaps better than round 1. So squishing the back and then rolling up, squeezing your bum, squeezing the pillow or the roller, and then upper back to lower back. Think about this as one vertebrae at a time coming down to the ground. And then neutral curve. Should be able to fit your hand underneath your lower back. Squish the back, squeeze the bum, pelvic floor, rolling up. 2. Might get some cracks in this one too. All of these exercises are moving the pelvis in all the directions that it needs to move in order to switch on certain muscles or mobilize certain joints. Rolling up again and back down, up, back to lower back. Okay, find that neutral spine, pelvic floor, P muscle, switch it on. Squeeze the roller, coming up 90 degrees, and then toe taps. So challenge yourself a little bit more and tap your toes a little bit further away from the body this time. You might get a little bit of shaking, but just hold that neutral spine position. Don't excessively curve the back and trying to squish the back into the ground too much. 4, keep those pelvic floor muscles on. Hold yourself nice and stable. Reaching out a little bit further. See if you can really challenge yourself with these. If you feel pain anywhere, just bring the legs in a little bit closer or adjust where your lower back is positioned. You might need a little bit more curve or you might need a little bit less curve. But just start to listen to your body. 1 more rep. Back up and legs down. Okay, getting rid of the roller. We're going to do a standing position now. So we're going to do a wide position like this, toes pointing forward. And what we're going to do is with the heels and the inner feet, what we're going to do is squish the ground. So it's kind of like you're trying to squish a carpet underneath you and try to roll it up. Where you're just keeping the legs straight and squeezing the ground in. So it's just a hold here. Again, you might get some cracks through the hips. And nice deep breaths here. Because it is just an active hold. Still squeezing. And then after your last deep breath, letting go and coming up. So you can bring your heels in, toes in, heels in, toes in. If you've really gone a long way out, you might need to do that maneuver to come in. Go off to the side. This time we're going to do a long lunge. So sometimes we can do a narrow one like this. So I'm going to try to go right to the ground. So my back leg is as straight as possible. And I'm lining my knee with my second big toe, and my back leg stays as straight as it can. And I'm squeezing the glutes inward. So in this position, lining the knee with the second toe. So extending that leg out as far back as you can. And really important to squeeze the glutes in. So it's all about the contraction through here. Might get some shaking, that's normal. This session's all about the shake today. Go a little bit deeper if you can, hold, and then coming up. Swap sides. So lengthen out that back leg. Lunging in, straighten out that knee, right into a deep lunge, and then squeeze. So you're not just getting the glutes here. We want to squeeze around the whole section. Just pretend you got a belt around your lower stomach, around your butt, and you're just squeezing that all together. Holding, directing that front knee in line with the second toe. Deep breaths. It is hard, it is a hold. It's up to you how much effort you put into it. And coming up. You go straight into that side one again. Go a little bit further, challenge yourself. You might feel a stretch in the inner thighs, your adductors to begin with. And then, see, I just got a crack then. That's so good. Start to squeeze the ground inward. Deep breaths. I'm really feeling the inner heel of my feet and along the insides of my feet. And that's where the force is coming through the ground. And then my adductors are working overtime. 2 more deep breaths. Good, and coming back up. Heels, toes, heels, toes, heels, toes, heels, toes. All right, back to the lunge. Only 1 more rep of each. Now, go a little bit deeper this one. Lengthen that back leg as much as you can. So everything feels so much more stretched out for me here, so I can go a lot deeper. Okay, I'm really contracting my glutes, squeezing it all in. Get that band really tight. All around that pelvic floor muscle. Squeezing the bum. Go as deep as you can, holding. You only get out what effort you put in with these ones. 2. And 1. And then coming up. Swap sides. Nice and deep. So you can go a lot lower than your first repetition. Sit, squeeze the bum, both bums, squeeze them in, pull them in together, lengthen up that back leg, nice and tall. Use the breath. Visualize that band through your lower stomach, squeezing the bum. Two more deep breaths. And one more. Good. Coming back up. Okay. Now, time to use the pole on the back. So this is for alignment. So we've done a lot of groundwork for our pelvis, shifting, cracking, all the good stuff that it needed. Now with the pole, what we want is 3 points of contact. So pole on the back, bum, upper back, and head. So I'll just show you through there on the side. Now if you put your hand on your lower back, there's a gap there, and then put your other hand behind the neck, and there's a gap there. What we're going to do in this position is slight bend in the knees, basically in line with your hips, and keeping the pole on those 3 points of contact. We're just going to bend forward. Just check in here. Is the pole on your bum? Is the pole on your upper back? Is the pole still on your head? If it is, that's a really good hip hinge. And then come back up. Keep a slight bend in the knees, and then come down again. So how far can you go where the pole still has those 3 points of contact? Bum, upper back, head. Coming back up and down again. I'm just going to do 2 more reps here. Come back up. And last one, down. And coming back up. Good. Now to challenge you even more, we're just going to come over to a single leg, keeping the 3 points of contact. Get your balance, and then coming down. This is a single leg deadlift, but in this pole position, you're learning how to deadlift correctly. So you're standing on the single leg, and just showing you on the side here. Slight bend in the knee, coming down, and then back up again, keeping those 3 points of contact. And do 5 reps on the left leg, right leg, and then swap over. And back up. And you should be feeling that the glutes are pulling you back up. So it's nice and relaxed on the way down. Back's nice and safe because you've got the pole on your back and you've got the right position. And then as you come up, the glutes are very active. Okay, 5 reps, swap sides. So I'll go to my right leg now, and coming down. I'm feeling those 3 points of contact. Coming back up. Let's turn around here. Down, and then back up. A little bit off balance on this leg compared to the other leg. So I'm just going to take note of that for myself. Down, and then back up again. And down, and then back up. And one more rep. Down, and then back up again. Good. There's a bit of a difference between my right and left there, which I'll note for myself. So as you're going through the session, just note if you are getting any tightness anywhere or soreness, tightness, and you can revisit those exercises. Maybe you need to do a few more repetitions. All right, so what we're going to do today is finish with 5 minutes of core. If you've done my other videos, you know how hardcore my 5 minutes of core is. So what it is a series of different plank hold positions, and it is continuous, trying not to drop to the ground as you're going through. All right, I've got 5 minutes on the timer, and we're just going to start in a normal plank hold position. So on your elbow here, bring your legs out, nice and straight. So I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see I've got my neutral spine position. Nice slight curve in the lower back. I'm not sagging through the lower back. I'm not hiking up. And I'm nice and even, so I'm not coming too far into my shoulders like that. I'm not too far forward. My elbows are directly underneath my shoulders. So just gonna hold here for the first minute. Use your breath. Direct your attention back to your lower stomach area. If you do need to rest, just bring your knees down like this, but try to hold it up. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to come into a high plank position. So hands directly underneath your shoulders, straight the front ways. And then from here we're going to do right hand to left shoulder, tap and back, left to right, tap and back. So with this one, what we're trying not to do is sway through the torso. Right hand to left, come back, left to right, and come back. One more, right to left, and then left to right, and down. Normal plank, back down to your elbows. Really good position here. I'll just show you on the side. And then what we're going to do on this one is don't change your position of your core, your trunk muscles. Just bring your knees down. That's all I want you to change. What we're going to do is pick up our left leg, so squeezing the bum in that same position, coming up and down, and then pick your knees up off the ground again. And then knees down. Right leg this time, squeeze the bum, up off the ground and down. Normal plank, knees down, left, squeeze the bum, up and down. Normal plank, knees down, right leg up and down. Remind me not to go for a run before I do these sessions again. Knees down, left side, squeeze the butt, leg up and down. Plank, knees down, right, up and down. Come into normal plank and come into high plank. Okay, we're at 2 minutes 50 now. Right hand to left shoulder and down. Left to right and down. Bring your attention back to your lower stomach. Right to left and down. Left to right and down. One more, right to left and down. Left to right and down. Okay, we're going straight into the side plank position now. So come down into your elbows and then come into your left side like that. Feet stacked if you can. If not, top leg out the front. And then your hip, just roll it forward a little bit. So if you know you got the right position when your oblique muscle switched on. So there's a side to the front muscle there. I'm just gonna hold. 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna roll to the other side. Bringing your elbow directly underneath your shoulder. Top hip. Roll forward slightly until you do feel those oblique muscles. The side to the front. Muscles there on the stomach. You shouldn't be feeling it in your lower back. Reposition yourself if you do. Roll to the other side. Nearly there. 4 minutes 15. Use your breath to make it all the way to the end. And roll to the other side. Nearly there. Bring your attention to the side to front stomach. That's where all the tension should be. And the last 15 seconds, back into a normal plank. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, nearly there. Bring your attention back to your lower stomach. 2, 1, and down. 5 minutes. Good job.